Where did he go?
To start the recordings.
Oh,
Okay, we can proceed.
all right.
All right, let's do this. Good afternoon. Officially call this meeting to order. July 24th, 2:08 p.m. The Rio Grande Flood Planning Group General Meeting. I hope everyone is doing well, staying safe. A lot of stuff going on with flooding all over the country, especially locally. We start to see it here locally. So we'll call this meeting to order. Let's go to the second agenda item, public comments. Is anyone from the public has any comments? Nobody, I hear nothing. We'll go on to the third agenda item, the Rio Grande COG, review and approve the meeting minutes held on May 1st, 2025.
Motion to approve?
Second,
Any further discussion? All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? The motion passes. Agenda item number 4, Texas Water Development updates by Mr. Nick Collins. Go ahead, Nick.
All right, can y'all hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, I've got a few things to get through, so bear with me. I know there's gonna be a lot. Reese and Nichols will be coming to region meetings in person and online to present about the new nature-based solutions manual that they created in collaboration with TWDB. They should be reaching out for coordination about the meeting they'll be attending. I believe they will be attending Region 14 virtually, so I don't believe they'll be going in person from what I understand. TWDB, we hosted a technical conference call on June 25th. The topics included fifth and safe flood planning cycle, FMX cost estimates, and emergency need definition and FME program. The recording and slides are on our website currently. TWDB sent data updates on July 14th on emergency need description and early warning system in infrastructure. We added a new field for emergency need that allows a description. Flood early warning systems have been added or has been added as a valid entry to the infrastructure type field. TWDB sent an update on future condition cursory floodplain date or input date on July 11th. The change factors / inputs used to develop the data are now available via the Flood Data Hub at the Cursory Floodplain Phase 2 Downloads folder. TWDB sent an update to Exhibit C on June 30th for Task 5B, where work performed under Task 5B is not contingent upon a written notice to proceed. This language was clarified, was added for the requirement for FMEs in the list to be related to small / rural communities. TWDB also sent out a newsletter and has been posted on our website, summarizes communication actions by the board since February 2025. TWDB also hosted a chairs conference call on May 30th. The topic covered outreach, lessons learned from cycle 1. The next chairs conference call is TBD, but will be scheduled in the coming weeks. Moving forward, we encourage all chairs to attend and be present. We also completed and accepted 5th Category 1 reports are now available for download on our website. And I believe the last time we talked, I talked about the 2024-2025 5th cycle. Do y'all remember that? I can go over that as well if y'all need me to.
Is the next chair's call going to be in August?
That I don't know. It's still TBD.
Okay, all right.
Yep. Any questions with what I presented or talked about today?
Yeah, Nick, has a special section authorized any additional funds for the state flooding?
There was a meeting yesterday with the disaster and some preparedness council or committee, I believe, special select committee. They are not going to be doing any funding, I believe, is what Representative Perry said. You can go back and watch it, and I can put the recording in the chat if you'd like. but I don't believe anything is going to be added as of yet. But there is going to be funding for and bills that have been put onto the session calendar for flood warning systems. So at the moment, there's nothing for the RPGs or the FIF or anything like that, but there is money going towards that, or towards the flood warning systems.
So if we have some actions that are oriented towards flood warning, could we expect additional funds for those?
I don't believe that the funds will be coming from us directly. From what it seems like, there's going to be an advisory council that will be giving out the grants. And I don't know directly who's going to be receiving those funds. Travis, did you have something? Oh, okay. I don't believe that they'll be coming directly to us. I could be wrong. I'm on the bill review team, and I didn't see anything that specifically said TWDB. But if there is a change, or if y'all do see something, and if I do see something, I will definitely send out like a call to action, or at least an email letting y'all know that there is something that y'all could advocate for, at least look into if you wanted to.
Excellent, thanks.
You're welcome.
So Nick, on the 24-25 funding for the fifth,
Yeah.
do you know where they stand now? Are they still sending invitations out for people to apply, or?
I don't believe they're sending out invitations at the moment. I think the invitations were sent out. I have not gotten an update. I have not gotten an update that they're going to be adding more, or that they're not going to be adding more. So at the moment, I have no update to give on that, officially and unofficially, unfortunately.
Thanks.
So, yeah.
Any other questions for Nick? No, it's all. Thank you, Nick.
All right.
Agenda item number 5, discuss and take appropriate action on administrative expenses, Rio Grande COG.
Is Annette up?
I don't think Annette is.
Can you brief that, Aaron?
Yes, basically, here we have some expenses that need to be,
Can everybody hear Aaron?
I can.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
basically, we put this in here because last meeting we did not provide it. So we're providing it because last meeting it was verbal, right? So basically we need these expenses approved regarding administrative expenses. Does any further explanation need to be had?
Everything appears to be pretty much according to budget, so I don't think there's any issues. Motion accept.
I'll second. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Agenda item number 6, discuss the recent floods in Region 14. Yeah, this was something that I wanted on the agenda as well, is just to talk about these recent floods that have been going on. Of course, very devastating, very tragic. It's just something I think a lot of us didn't see coming, and we work in this all the time. It's been happening more and more lately, and recently I saw something on the national news, kind of disturbing. I saw one of the politicians talking about the 1,000-year flood and saying that we didn't have to worry for another 1,000 years, which of course we know it's just not the way it works. So it's just super frustrating on a lot of ends. I think a lot of misinformation. So I think we've been trying, of course, as a group, we've been trying to get on top of this as much as we can. But Omar, you have your hand up. Go ahead.
Thank you. So one of the things that happened for the city of El Paso is that Representative Boyer Trejo, who represents District 4, it's the Northeast District, they experienced some flooding. So there was some localized flooding on a street called Palomino. It was a result of a bridge that wasn't constructed to how they needed to be. They needed to be constructed. So the city mobilized short term to just be able to fix it, pay for the repairs, make sure we addressed the concerns of residents, and our elected official, Representative Boyer Trejo, spearheaded that. So that's one. The other one, I'm not going to mention names, but it is a development. So the city does do water and wastewater, but this private development takes care of their own stormwater and street infrastructure. And they flooded significantly. And there's videos on FitFam, for example, showing all of these issues. And the question came up, why isn't the city fixing this? And so it took an effort to explain to our elected officials that there's jurisdictions. I think I agree with you, Javier. This is an opportunity for us to show what this group does and what the regional flood plan does, because everybody also says, oh, the state is providing all this money and is the city going to apply for it? And it's just a general misunderstanding of it. So I think this is an opportunity. Is there like maybe convene some sort of workshop or some sort of small conference just to educate elected officials in particular on how stormwater issues work, so that they work through this process, and so we can also take advantage of the money that would come in response, and also let folks know, especially elected officials know, the distinctions between like the different jurisdictions where the private sector is in charge, where like the city of El Paso is in charge because of being a floodplain administrator, where El Paso Water and Stormwater is in charge, and also where private landowners are in charge because they have to
Text that
do
also. When they're
that's
flooding
right.
on I-10, nobody blames TxDOT.
Understanding, yeah, you're completely correct. Understanding like the flood insurance program and how some of that responsibility is not government's, but personal responsibility. And so if you all are interested, city does have some venues that we can use. So don't worry about a location. And I'm sure we can find somebody to pay for the food. But I would need assistance in just gathering everybody. And it should be in representation of the Upper Rio Grande Flood Planning Group and the chair. And this way, I think we would invite folks to participate. Just yesterday, we also did a stormwater tour with Representative Boyer Trejo. Gisela was there. She was awesome. The representative was really happy. And so these are just important details. And I think now's the chance for us to show what the flood plan was about and how we need more projects, we need more ideas, we need more engagement as part of this process.
I think that's an excellent idea, Omar, for sure. I'll support you on anything going forward with that, and try and gather everyone to get involved with that. I'll be involved for sure in that. I'm happy to speak on anything related to flood insurance, drainage. I'll see if I can get some of the others on this call. I know City of El Paso, Oscar, and Gisela, Gilbert, Saldaña County here locally, and stuff would be, I think, willing to participate in something like that and really raise awareness. But some of the other communities, everyone else, I think it'd be, right now is a good opportunity to try and get in front of people. We've been trying to get ahead of all this stuff for years. So I think we'll just keep pushing forward and trying to see what we can do. Thanks, Omar.
Nick
we
has
had-
a question.
Let's go right.
Oh, sorry. I was just wanting to put it out there. I believe that maybe Travis or Gilbert or one of the tech consultants will be talking about this later, but I believe there is some road shows that we have planned that we had talked about. Me coming down and coming out there and talking to local officials or whoever needs to be talked to. I can also come out on a different time, whoever needs me to come out and talk to and present to. I know that we did for Region 15. We went down to the Valley and talked to quite a few elected officials for Representative Lopez that had invited us specifically to come out and talk about TWDB, the Regional Flood Planning Group, what FIF is, what the water planning does, and all that good stuff. So if y'all do need some of that help getting that groundwork laid and kind of getting that I guess education put out there, or I guess disseminated, Please let me know. I'm resource. I'm here to be used. So please do let me know how I can be of help.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Nick. Yeah, and I think we underestimate the power of social media. I mean, we have this group that's been going on for a long time, and I think it's a good time to just post that you're involved with this group and doing stuff and raising awareness and trying to do what we can as far as flooding. So yeah, use that social media as much as you can. Anything else, Dave?
No.
Anything else from anyone in the group? Anything?
We'll discuss further regarding these floods in Region 14, but I do want to identify that a lot of our region has been hit, specifically in the Big Bend area, Alpine, Big Bend National Park, Marfa, Sonora was also hit on the I-10. Some of the people on the I-10, drivers on the I-10 had to be stalled and couldn't get through. So a lot of issues that we need to cover and continue discussing and talking and just being proactive, right? I think that proactiveness has gone a long way and in leading the state. So we just got to continue that momentum, and I thank you all very, very much. Thank you.
Yeah, and I have to applaud the Texas Water Development Board for putting this group together and having some foresight and trying to get ahead of all this. It's been an issue, and we saw some of the stuff that happened, and there definitely needs to be more with early warning systems, I think, as we saw. So thank you.
And let's just also, privately share some thoughts and prayers for New Mexico. We just saw their unfortunate, devastation in Vago and Merino, and it just comes to show you what proactiveness brings to the table. And unfortunately, just overall, the state of New Mexico has never really, from education to flooding to you name it. So we're blessed here. We're blessed, and I thank you all very, very much.
Yeah, we're not finished with monsoon yet either, so
No.
there may be some more.
Yeah, okay. Excellent. Thank you, everybody. Agenda item number 7, discuss future meetings and attendance requirements. I think we've been struggling a little bit trying to meet a quorum. So we try and put these meetings ahead of time as much as we can. Just try and keep, I don't know if we need to think about membership possibly, or what do you think, Dave?
Well, we've got 14 people on the list. You would think that at any given time we'd be able to get 8, but it's become a little difficult lately. So the only thing I can ask is that once we set a date and you acknowledge that date with your response to the request, that you put that date on your calendar and honor it, and let somebody know ahead of time if you're not going to be able to attend. So we aren't surprised when we can't get a quorum at a meeting time.
And let me just add to that, Dave. As we move along, we've got dates we've got to meet when it comes to the regional flood planning. And when we can't have a quorum and we can't get the votes that we need to pass stuff, it kind of puts us in a predicament. We try and bring these things early enough to you all to where it shouldn't affect us, but sometimes when we have to cancel it, it really hurts. And I'm just saying this because we've got several meetings that are going to be upcoming, especially the ones in September, October, November, when people are on vacation and all that, and during the summer as well. But we'll have some items that need approval and all that from the group. So I just say let's everybody make a big effort to be able to be at these meetings, because we do send out a doodle poll to get these things scheduled and get everybody there.
Yeah, and I see one of your chart presentations that's coming up. It's got dates on it too, so we can talk about it again when we hit that chart.
Maybe we
Thank
need
you,
to
Dave.
the proxies again, because the proxies count, right, as a being able as attendance for quorum.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we might do that and say we follow with some of the proxies for some of the ones that aren't able to attend, I think.
Definitely. And what I'll do, I'll reach out to each one individually so that we can make sure we have your proxy as well as your contact information. so that when we get into the weeds of things and we're missing someone and we're like, okay, can we contact them, give them a call real quick? I don't have everyone's cell phone number. And sometimes it's hard to get through the office and whatnot. So I'll be asking you all for that information if you're willing to share. Thank you so much.
All right, any further discussion, Dave? You good?
Yeah, just about 8.
Okay, agenda item number 8, discuss and take appropriate action for the terms of office for voting members to serve for additional years. Rio Grande Cog.
You know what that's about, Aaron?
Yes, Nick wanted this on the agenda because we were under the understanding that we needed to make sure that we covered this. Annette and I did discuss it internally, and it seems to be that we're up to date. But I think Nick, maybe you thought we weren't. Can you?
Yeah, I can jump in here real quick. We had multiple regions that were running into the issue that voting membership, that 5-year cycle from the start to now, were running due, and the voting membership was all turning over at once. So we had lots of membership going, I guess, out of compliance or out of that. So we had asked all of our regions to put this on there, make sure that whatever voting membership was coming due or needing to be revoted on was getting it taken care of. If there is nobody here that needs to be revoted back in, then it's fine. I just wanted to make sure that this was on the agenda and made sure that the voting membership was all in compliance.
I think we put people on a rotation where some people were 2 years and some people were 3 years, and I don't remember who was what. We might get Annette to review that and just make sure that we don't have anybody coming up.
Yeah,
I think we're okay.
Yeah, I think we're solid too. We
Yeah.
reviewed it, both of us together, Annette and I, and looks like we're solid.
Yeah,
But yeah, we'll talk again.
just see what's coming.
Yes.
Okay. Anything in the near future? We need to know who expires, for example, in the current year,
Yes, sir.
you know, if there is anybody. Or whose voting membership expires, not them expiring.
Correct. Definitely.
We've had enough of that as it is.
All right, any further discussion on agenda item 8? No? We'll move on to agenda item number 9, provide general RFP updates, critical dates, and required meeting dates. ACOM, go ahead, Gilbert.
Hey, thank you, Javi, and good afternoon to the Regional Flood Planning Group. Here with me today, I've got Travis Brand, I've got Luis Aldea, I've got Alejandra Marco, and Monica Guido here present at this meeting. So we'll go ahead and get started with our presentation here. Go to the next slide there, Travis.
Sorry.
So here we're basically covering the general RFP updates, and these are the dates that we're looking at, Dave, and I think you were referring to this. We have all these dates in here that we have to meet. These are per the Regional Flood Planning Group that TWDB has issued us.
There we go.
And we had these, I'm sorry?
We just brought the slide up with the dates on it.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm sorry. I thought y'all were seeing it already. So these are the dates that we have on here. We're going to have, in November, it's going to be a critical date for us. We're going to have a notice of acceptable amendment on here.
Gilbert, let me ask you a couple questions.
Yeah.
For some reason, I put a question mark above the 11th of September and question 9 September. What day of the week does that fall on? Is the 11th the wrong day of the week or something? For some reason, I put a question mark and 9 next to my question mark.
That is correct. Basically, if you all recall, I sent out a doodle poll regarding the 3 meetings we wanted to schedule for September, November, and December, right? And when I got the responses of most favorability and availability, we confirmed and I resent those calendar markers for September 9th, November 4th, and December 3rd.
Yeah, those are the 3 I had questions on.
Exactly.
Okay.
So please make sure you guys, when you accept that calendar marker, that we always remember those dates that we accepted on doodle poll and calendar marker. Thank you, Dave.
Now I did have a question about the 4th, because I think your marker was the 3rd for December.
I'm pretty confident it is November 4th. I really researched
No,
that.
December.
No, December.
December 3rd? Yes, December 3rd is a Wednesday.
3 or 11 was the choice in December.
3 or 11 was the choice.
Yeah, up here, see 4 or 11, and I
Uh-huh.
think it should be 3 or 11.
It should be December 3rd.
So just while everybody's listening, September 9th, not the 11th, November 4th, not the 6th, and either the 3rd or the 11th of December, yet to be determined.
It's December 3rd that was determined, and I sent that calendar.
It is December 3rd,
Yes, I sent
Okay.
that calendar marker as well.
so not the 11th.
That's correct.
Okay. So please put those dates on your calendar now.
Don't pencil them in, put them in pen.
Well, yeah, put them so you can't get rid of them. Again, 9 September, 4 November, and 3 December. And like Gilbert says, he depends on us to be able to approve things on those dates to make his suspenses. So those are critical dates for him.
And that they are, Dave, and I appreciate that. And let me just continue on through here. We had
Okay.
these dates in red on here, but like December fall 2026. I know we were considering to do a third amendment to the regional flood plan, but I think it was decided through TWDB that a third amendment was not going to be approved. So what we're going to have to do is kind of skip that third amendment and jump into the new regional flood plan that this funding is paying for. So with that being said, I know we don't show it on here, but we were looking to do road shows in either September or October. And the road shows that the locations we had come up is we'd be looking at Alpine and we'd be looking at Fort Stockton. And the reason we picked those two locations out there in Texas is because Ozona is playing a bigger role here in the regional flood plan, and they've been working with us, as opposed to the first time we really did not get much input from them out there. So Fort Stockton kind of gives us a good 90-mile radius there that we can cover the northwest, northeast part of the state, and we cover all the way to Ozona. The other one was Alpine. That's another one that became a little more active with us and us being able to pursue FMEs and FMPs for them. And again, that radius there allows people to get out there. And our final show, and that's going to be our closing out road show, will be held here in El Paso. So, and the reason being is that's when we need to have those road shows to be able to get working on this new flood plan that we've got coming on.
Have you got Alpine and Fort Stockton linked to September, October, or?
We have not yet. We're working on getting that, Dave.
Okay,
And we're trying to work out, see what the best time. I know we've coordinated with Nick what the best time would be. Do the members have any preference on these? I know last time the one who attended was the chair. And I don't know if any other members other than in El Paso attended our other road shows.
I know that City of Alpine is very interested and already blocked off a week in August for you all to do a road show out there. I gave them,
August.
yeah, but I gave them a heads up that might be a little bit too early for your tentative.
Yes.
There.
We're looking at late September, probably October for those road shows. And the way we have it planned is we're going to do one road show on one day and then travel the next day and then do the road show at the other location. I mean,
So-
these locations are close enough for us to either do Fort Stockton first, spend the night there, drive the next day, or vice versa. But we're trying to get those two road shows wrapped up in one road trip.
So Isadora, thank you for blocking that off, but it doesn't look like it's gonna work.
Is there another date, Isadora, that works out better for you guys somewhere in late September or October?
You're muted if you're trying to.
while we're trying to get an answer to that, you mentioned something about a third amendment not being done. Does that mean some of these dates on your calendar page here are not relevant anymore?
Yeah, someone like the notice of acceptable amendment and all that. We're not going to do another amendment. The amendment that we
But
had
which
part of
dates,
this plan.
does that mean the dates in February and March are not valid, or the ones in meeting when, in May, when?
No, I think
two in
these
red.
meetings.
The two in red
Right.
are not valid. So the summer fall 2026 and the before May 2026. We'd still like to keep those dates for progress meetings. But the two in red dates on the left are the ones that are going to be have different focuses they were previously there focused on the getting the amendment submitted. But that's not going to be something we move forward with.
So all of the dates on the right side of the page are still valid based on the changes that we made? The meetings
sir.
in February and March of 2026, meeting in May 27, et cetera, those are all okay still?
I would
Yes,
like
sir.
to keep them as we move forward. We won't have to approve anything or necessarily vote on something related to the amendment at those stages. But if we've got them already scheduled, I would like to keep with them.
Okay, good. All right.
I mean, the critical date that's coming up here, Dave, is going to be probably in December, where we're going to have to submit our technical memorandum to TWDB, and that's going to go in January 7th. So we'll have to have a meeting on there where we present the TM to you all, we get approval, and then that way we can submit to Water Development Board. So these
Okay.
meetings in September, November, December, I mean, those are meetings we would like to keep and move forward with and just continue presenting information to you all.
Okay, while you mentioned the technical memo, then when will we see that so we can approve it on the 3rd? How far in advance? Maybe a week or two in advance, or when?
We'd like to give it to you in advance, at least 2 weeks to give you guys to read it. I don't consider that the technical memorandum is going to be that long. So I think 2 weeks should be sufficient for you all to review. Now, you all let me know now. If that's not enough time, we can give you more time.
Maybe plan on distributing it the week of Thanksgiving then?
If we can do it sooner, we will. But we want to get a hard date on here to where, hey, we have to have that to you guys. And Travis, what was that date we were looking at?
So in reviewing TWDB guidance on minimum submittal dates, it has to be at least 7 days prior to the meeting and available after the meeting for, I believe, 14 days. So what was the number we decided again in December? I'm sorry.
December 3rd.
Yeah, so it'd have to be 7 days before December 3rd.
So it'd be about the week of Thanksgiving there,
Yeah.
Dave.
There you go. That's what I was suggesting. Okay. Maybe early that week.
One thing I also would like the group to consider is the potential for a subcommittee to review it if they're interested. The subcommittee can't vote on anything or approve anything, but they can make recommendations to the group. If there is a couple of you that you would like to say, hey, you 3, you 4, you be the ones to review this in detail and then make a recommendation. That is an option going forward if they want to be more involved in that technical memorandum component.
And Dave, I don't know if you remember, but on the first go round of the regional flood plan, we actually broke up into 4 or 5 different subcommittees. They kind of reviewed the different chapters that we were working on. Now, Nick, I'm assuming these are still good, us doing those subcommittees that we move forward with.
Yeah, y'all are more than welcome to establish subcommittees. There just have to be voting membership. It has to be an open meeting.
Right.
That's just follow the bylaws.
Do we have that list of the technical?
We don't, Hubby. We wanted to go with that again, and we'd like to present it to you all. So
Okay. All right. But
The subcommittees are something, if you have a specific focus, if there's something that you guys would like to say, hey, we want to assign a committee to review this or to focus on, this task or, X thing, you guys can create that at will. In the previous cycle, it was for each chapter.
I can give you a little bit more explanation for what y'all could use it for. The tech memorandum or the tech committee for Region 6, anything that does technical, which is FMEs, FMPs, FMXs, they review the NNI tables, they review all the submittal data before, make sure that when they go to the RFPG, that the subcommittee or the technical committee approves it. And then they also have a public engagement committee that just started up. They're the ones that are going to be heading and making sure that the surveys are going out on time, making sure that the road shows, I think that they're doing as well, and any kind of like promotional stuff is being put out, is being approved by voting membership at the RFPG without having to have an actual RFPG meeting itself.
Thank you, Nick.
Not to speak out of turn, but I think, I mean, Omar and Gisela were on several of those subcommittees with me last time. And there's a whole bunch of those subcommittee meetings, and especially at the end of the year. So again, attendance might be hard to do. So we just need to get those on our calendars pretty soon, especially for those that are a lot busier and have other government positions and other meetings to make as well.
So Nick, as far as those subcommittee meetings, we still have to meet a quorum of sort, right? In order to make it a legal meeting?
I don't remember that bit, but I remember at some weeks we jump off one subcommittee meeting and then have one immediately after. And I mean, it was a little bit rough at times. It has to be done, but I don't know if we can get those scheduled as soon as possible. Maybe spread those out a little bit better.
So I do
I hear you.
believe
Thank you, Levi. Go ahead.
I do believe there is a quorum that has to be had. There has to be a chair, and then there has to be, I believe, a vice chair. I'm looking through the bylaws right now. It's a very small amount of voting membership, so it would like, if in reality it might be like 2 or 3 or 4 voting members, and then you would just need 3 to be there to establish quorum. So that's up to y'all if y'all want to do that. It's not a requirement that you have subcommittees, but if you would like to do subcommittees, yeah.
So
Yeah, we're just, go ahead, Dave.
Nick, as I understand that if we delegate responsibility to a technical committee, we have to identify who the members are. Let's say there are 4 people on it. Then we would need a quorum of 3, and that meeting would have to be open to the public. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I am. So if y'all were to have 4 members, they don't have to be designated. They can volunteer if they want. But yes, if there's 4 voting members on there, and along with the chair, so 4 in total, then there would have to be 3 voting members at all times during the subcommittee meeting.
Okay, and if we choose to have 2 or 3 people on it, then I understand. What we have to do if we choose to do that is to designate that committee then as a formal committee for review of the tech memo or whatever it might be for, and then announce a formal date for opening that quorum to the public.
Correct, and I believe it has to also be a agenda item that was included in the RFPG meeting before it can be actually enacted. I don't believe you can do it without having it as an RFPG non-agenda item.
Okay, so we have to approve that as an entire committee. I got it. Understand.
Correct.
Okay.
We have to add an agenda item that has
point
those subcommittees, so.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm thinking at this point, if we send out the technical memo to each of the voting members in that week of Thanksgiving and ask for a suspense for feedback by maybe the Wednesday of the following week, for example, so you've got a full week to work on it, and get that feedback to a central point. So if there's any issues, we can talk through those issues before the meeting that probably would be an appropriate way to do it instead of having a separate committee, but that's just my thought.
Hey, I found the list of last year's subcommittees and who participated on them. And the subcommittee code requirements that we found last time from a previous presentation. I posted that in the chat for us.
Can you put that up there real quick, Travis?
So those committees are still
working on it.
approved and valid by the group?
Sorry, what'd you say, Dave?
I said, does that mean that those committees are still approved and valid? So we don't have to go through the validation process by the general membership again?
I don't know, that'd be a Nick question.
They're all voting members.
I don't believe so. I believe with it being a second cycle, so a second round, everything has to be redone, just like how we had to re-vote for a new chair and all that good stuff.
Any group? I can't read it.
There was last time. I can't read it either. Because I was part of that.
What are you trying to read, Javi and Dave?
Oh, we're looking at a computer in front of us rather than the big screen.
I'm bringing it
Oh.
up on right now.
He was asking if there was a technical committee last time.
I think
What,
just.
go down, Travis?
And
So these are the committees they had. There was a subcommittee 1
I think there
for
might have
task
been
3A and 3B,
who was on it.
subcommittee 2 for task 4B, subcommittee 3 for Rio Grande main stem, subcommittee 4 for task 8.
So there was, I'm sorry, I spoke while you were talking. Is there a subcommittee for the technical memo?
We didn't
There
have one
was not
before, Dave.
specifically.
Oh, we got an echo in here now.
I had to close out, sorry.
Oh, okay. So can you bring that?
I tried,
You can't get
I'm
it?
gonna get the echo if I do that.
Okay, all right.
And to answer your question, no, we did not have a technical memorandum committee before, Dave.
Sorry about sticking my nose in here. I want to read it. Hang on a minute. Because it's really small. Oh, just went, oh, there it is.
To answer y'all's question, you need at least 3 voting members, a
Okay.
chair, a vice chair, and a secretary.
Okay.
But with
so
that being said, 4-member committees is enough, Nick, or is it 5?
Yes, 4 is enough. Yes.
Okay,
Okay, so actually, none of our previous committees were for technical memo review, which is what we're looking at now. Okay. I
we're
guess we,
asking
do-
if you guys would like that, Dave. If not, we can continue on and let the whole voting group review the technical memo.
So I see the names, I guess my name and Oscar, which I think were the last 2 to join, were not included. Is that?
These are from the previous plan.
Okay,
This has nothing to do with this plan now. We're just kind of bringing up the
Okay.
previous one.
the only thing that we need a subcommittee for at this point potentially is for technical memo review. Is that correct?
We're seeing if you guys want one.
Okay, but not for anything else at this point.
We haven't come up with any, Dave, but that's something that we're kind of bringing it up now to see if we break it up again into the
What do
chapters
you
that I
think?
think we're going to need.
You think, let
To review.
everybody just do it individually? And
I think so, yeah. I don't know if we need a committee for this.
yeah, let's, Javier agrees, I think. Let's just distribute it to Monday prior to Thanksgiving and have a suspense written into the distribution for the Wednesday after Thanksgiving weekend. So people have effectively a week, counting the holidays in there, to review it. And then if there's any issues, we've got an opportunity to resolve those issues before the 3rd.
And Dave, and if we can get out sooner, we'll get it out sooner, but that'll be our target date.
Okay, let's just do it that way.
Yeah.
At this point. Okay, I'm okay with that. That gives everybody a chance to look at it and see if anybody has any issues. And we have time then after that, if we have to resolve something for resolution. Okay,
Sounds good.
all right. Is
All right,
that
I guess-
okay with you, Gilbert? You said?
Yeah, I'm fine with that, Dave. And like I said, we'll try our best to to get it to you guys before, but we just kind of wanted to set a target date to say, hey, look, this is the date we'll have to have it to you. If we have it sooner, we will.
You've got some rest of your presentation slides to go through?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and continue on. I mean, these are just the meetings moving forward. So we'll continue sending out doodle polls and all that. We'll work with, with Aaron and the COG there to kind of send them out to the voting members here so we can get these all established. And again, I can't express, I mean, the importance of these meetings with you guys being able to make quorum. So with that being said, those are the dates looking forward. And we can move on to the next slide there, Travis. And I'll go ahead and turn it over to you.
I believe
So that-
Luis will be speaking on
Oh, it'll
these.
be Luis. I'm sorry, Luis.
Let's go on to agenda item 10, right?
Oh, he's
Yes.
still working on 9.
No, this is
On the
item,
presentation. I guess we have agenda item 10 on here. Is associated with the voting, right, Travis? We have
Right? Do you,
agenda item.
you want to go through the rest of the slides that were in the presentation, linked to item 9?
Yes.
No, there's no- I mean, you got a whole set of slides.
oh, okay.
Do we need to go through those slides, Gilbert?
Sorry, yeah, we have
Yes.
slides to continue.
Yeah, we do, Dave.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so as Gilbert and Travis mentioned, TWDB communicated that there won't be another plan amendment. And because of this, we were planning on having some FMEs and FMSs to incorporate in a potential amendment, but since there won't be any amendment, we would like to put those in Task 4A. Task 4A is for everybody's identification and evaluation of potential FMEs, FMPs, and FMSs. And the regional flood plan group needs to approve the list of identified FMEs to also be performed under this task. So we will need your approval. We will be proposing some of these FMEs and FMSs to start working on Task 4A, and we would like your approval, if possible, to proceed on them. And also, based on Task 4E, based on the TWDB scope, the regional flood plan group also can use some of this funding under this task to perform a portion of the identified flood management evaluation. And I will explain on the next slide which FMEs we would like to proceed on and see if you agree with our selection.
I think we're not sharing the presentation, Travis. Can you guys see it?
Yeah,
I
we're
can
looking
see it.
at it.
You're at Task 4A updates. Now we've got a little map here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got it. My bad, guys.
Okay. So the total budget for Task 4A is about $250,000. And we are planning on using some of this budget for developing some of the FMEs. The first one that we are thinking about is the village of Vinton that is looking at studying the arroyo along Vinton Road as an FME, that's flow past 45. And we think that $30,000 will be enough because some previous studies has been done. So we are going to use some of that information and perform this FME. There is also 2 other FMSs from Hudspeth County to consider Del City evacuation route as an FMS, Loma Linda Desert Haven as evacuation route as another FMS. Next, please, Travis. Also, Hudspeth County and Crockett County has approached us and asked for help with their EAPs. Hudspeth County has 11 EAPs. EAPs stands for Emergency Action Plan for their dams. So it's evacuation if anything happens with one of their dams. Hudspeth has, as I said, they have 11 NRCS flood control dams, and Crockett County has seven dams. So we are planning on using about $50,000 for each of these counties and help them with their EAPs. And we are thinking that we will be able to help them between 2 or 3 of their EAPs to develop. Hudspeth County has 7, sorry, I have to read because I don't remember by memory. They have 7 high hazard dams, and 2 of those have EAPs. So we can use some of the information that was developed for those 2 EAPs and update them and use them for developing the new EAPs for the other 5 dams that still need an EAP. On the other hand, Crockett County has 7 high hazards. Based on the national inventory of dams, they all have EAP. So we will have to do some research and make sure that we understand what is the need, because maybe it's only updating some of the inundation mapping, maybe it's only updating the emergency organization chart, how if an emergency happens, how people will be notified. So we will be doing some research on that. But those two FMEs we would like to proceed. And we are keeping about $120,000 of the remaining budget for developing new FMEs, FMPs, and FMSs. So we would like I said, your approval for keep moving on these FMEs that we are proposing for Task 4A, since there won't be any amendment.
Do you have any proposed FMEs, FMPs, or FMSs for that remaining 120K?
Not yet. We will be working on those. And Travis can explain in more detail.
So in the plan, the goal of Task 4A is to you have to put together FMEs. You have to identify FMEs, FMPs, and FMSs. These were already identified through discussions with these communities in previous meetings, and they've said, hey, we want to get this included. We want to get, these EAPs studied. We want to get this stuff here. And so these were brought to us by communities and that said, hey, can we get this included in the next amendment? And we said, that's a great place to include it. You've identified it. We don't have to go through and say like, oh, what is the need here? The communities brought them to us. The remaining $120,000 that we have here is for, as we're doing task 1, which is collecting and putting together all of the schools and critical facilities and road crossings and all of that stuff, and then putting together the flood quilt, which is getting all the different flood mapping. So this is stuff from the National Flood Hazard Layer. This is stuff from any modeling we have. This is from Fathom and BLE, base level engineering modeling that's been completed. We stitch this together in what they call the flood quilt, and then we compare it to identified structures and critical facilities. And based on that, it highlights saying, hey, these facilities are in the plan. And then we look at those and say, well, we clearly need to do something here because there's a whole bunch of something in the floodplain that shouldn't be. And so the rest of that $120,000 is to support any FMEs, FMPs, or FMSs that would be identified as part of tasks 1, 2, and 3. But we're including these ones as task 4A right now because they've already been identified for us by these communities.
Do you have any guesses as to what those other additions might be at this point, or you just still to be developed?
I do. I'm gonna move to the next slide here. So in this here, this is task 4C, which is the performance of flood management evaluations. We have Ozona, Sonora, Fort Hancock, Socorro, Monahans, San Elizario, and City of Kermit that we're performing some modeling and stuff for. These in the previous cycle were areas that were identified as having insufficient studies, insufficient information, but risks that were identified by the similar tasks in cycle 1. So where we came and said, hey, we see a lot of impacts in Ozona. We want to do an FME there. So it'll be projects that are similar to this will be the outcome is, hey, wherever we see impacts, we're going to start looking at, studies there, projects there, evaluations there. But it'll be a lot similar to the ones that we are now performing as part of Task 4C.
Do those have to go in amendment, or can they go in the current plan?
So they will be included in the plan because there isn't another amendment coming up.
Okay, all right, good. Thanks for the clarification on the 120K. I appreciate it.
And Dave, so to make it clear on Task 4A, on the TWDB scope, it lets you study some of these to proceed a little on these FMEs. So you can use some of the budget for studying some of the FMEs, if it is approved, obviously, by the regional flood plan group.
So that's if we, if we have an FME, for like we have an FME right now for City of Alpine to go and enhance, flood risks and estimate there and get some instrumentation there. If in the course of our studies, in the course of our modeling, we see that that isn't sufficient or that there's more that we could evaluate there and we have remaining budget and nothing that's been, that is the next highest priority, that budget can be used for furthering that or doing another location to get more detailed there.
So I understand that you're asking for appropriate action to approve 4A updates as you briefed here, and that includes the potential use of the additional 120K as you've explained it.
Well, I'm asking for if you authorize us to keep moving on the $130,000 that are for the city of Benton, for the flow pass 45, Hudspeth County updating their EAPs, and Crockett County updating their EAPs. And we will keep the remaining 120,000 for developing the future FMEs, FMPs, and FMS, as Travis mentioned, after finalizing task 1, 2, and 3. So it will be only for those 3 FMEs to keep moving forward.
Okay. I'll make a motion to approve task 4A to include the 3 projects, Elizabeth County, 50K. Let's see, Benton, 30K, Hudspeth County, 50K, and Crockett County, 50K, totaling 130K.
So Dave, hold on real quick. Did we finish our presentation, Travis? Because once we finish our presentation, we can go to agenda item 10, where we're calling for the vote and all that. So I think we need to close out agenda 9 first, and then we can call for the question on agenda 10, agree. Dave. So
actually, the question is in 11, agenda 11. So I don't know what you're doing in 10.
Well, let me see. What are we under here? Let me look at the agenda.
Yeah, your presentation is under agenda 9.
So this is 10 right now.
It's 10, yeah.
Okay, so we're briefing 10 at this point right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. To give an update on Task Force C, on our last meeting, the Regional Flood Plan Group approved the list of FMEs that we propose. We have been working on those FMEs. What we have done is we have contacted communities, we have meetings with them. We discussed what we were planning. We asked for extra information that they may have. We also contacted TxDOT and asked them if they have studies in the study areas that we are planning on doing these FMEs, these range master plans. TxDOT has been very proactive, helping us. Most of these areas, they do not have any studies, but at least it was worth asking them because it was going to be helpful. And we have been also doing the design criteria because we want to have a uniform criteria for all these range master plans. We don't want, because we will have different teams working on this. So we want to be consistent on how we approach each range master plan. So they are all done the same way and they follow the criteria by TWDB. And we also submitted the surveys. And Travis, please, if you want to talk more about the surveys that were submitted to the different communities. You are on mute, Travis.
Thank you. Recently, Aaron and Annette have been so kind as to reach out to the communities that we have contact information for, various community members. I'm sure some of you yourselves have received these. And so we have gotten back some preliminary, stuff. We have, I believe, 8 surveys filled completely, several public surveys, several community member surveys, and I believe 1 financial survey. There are several listed as in progress. So these are people who have started it, who have started collecting materials and filling out answers, but have not completed it and submitted it. So, any support in spreading out these survey links and encouraging people to fill these out, share them to their neighbors, to their friends and family, to really gauge and get some uptake in this community. We think now is the perfect time following a significant event that people know that, hey, there is a place where they can go and submit their voices, get heard, they can send pictures, and we'll reach out and respond and try and incorporate these as we can, as we get them. Our plan is to have these open through the end of the road shows, so they'll be open for a while. It's not a rush to get them filled out. That being said, the sooner people fill them out, the less chance that, someone's going to delete a photo of a flood event or of a high water mark, or, lose interest because it's not the topic of discussion. So, we thank you guys for sharing it and for filling out what you have, and just, keep helping. This is a really great opportunity to get feedback from the community.
So that's the end of the presentation, right?
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you. So we'll go on to agenda item 11. Take appropriate action on Texas Water Development Board second cycle task for FMEs. ACOM,
Now, do you need the motion?
or you have anything else on this?
Okay,
Yes, Dave.
okay.
Okay,
I'll make the same motion again. Task 4A updates, motion to approve Village of Benton 30K, Hudspeth County 50K, Crockett County 50K for a total of 130K. Motion to approve.
Plus the 120, making it 250,000 actually.
Right, but the 120 is yet to be determined.
Understood.
So it's not currently in this motion,
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you.
according to what was said earlier, right? Okay, all right, so the motion's on the table.
I'll second.
who was that?
Omar.
Gilbert. Oh,
Gilbert?
Gilbert, thank you.
sure.
Any further discussion?
There you
All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
go. Aye.
Hi.
Gilbert was first, who was second?
Gilbert was the second.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you.
Do you need to know who? I made the motion.
You made the motion.
I think
Gil-
Gilbert.
Okay.
There you go.
Agenda item number 12, discussion on the next general meeting. Rio Grande Cock.
Yeah, I think we discussed that and have finalized. We're looking at September 9th, correct, everyone?
I believe that's what was discussed, so.
1300 Central, or Mountain, I mean,
No, when I sent it out, it is at 1 PM.
Mountain.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
2 PM Central.
yep. Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you everyone for taking a great amount of your time of your afternoon to join, and we'll just keep the work going and the momentum going, and have a great rest of your afternoon.
We need a
I think
motion.
you need a motion to adjourn.
Yeah, we need a motion to adjourn.
We still have public comment period. I don't know if we did that.
We
We
did.
did that at the beginning.
Yeah, we did do that.
Okay.
It was agenda item
Right.
2.
might see if anybody else from the public joined us and has a comment at this point before we go.
Isadora did join from the city of Alpine. I don't know if she wanted to state anything.
Nope. Okay, motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, who did that?
Levi Bryan.
Okay, I'll second.
Any further discussion? All in favor? Say aye.
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 Hi.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
you. Stay safe,
Thank you all.
everyone.
Thank you all.
Thank you. There's everyone's up, just one person. Yeah. Oh, it's me.
My God. Those last 9, 10, and 11 were a little confusing to me.
That's because they jumped and.
They jumped from